public participation. The board welcomes public participation and asks that speakers please limit their comments to 3 minutes. Speakers may offer objective comments of school operations and programs that concern them. The board will not permit any expression of personal complaint or defamatory comments about Board of Education personnel and students, nor against any person connected with the Danbury Public School System. Given the crowd here this evening, we will try and keep to the 3 minutes. So please keep your comments as succinct as possible to allow everyone to speak. That being said, is there anyone in the first row that wishes to address the board this evening? If you haven't yet signed in your name, please do so when you finish speaking.
If you can hear me, it's fine. Okay. So I wanted to address the board about the principal search. I have 2 children at Danbury High School, one of whom just graduated this year, and my second child will be a sophomore in the fall. I'm very concerned about the resignation of Bob Rossi and the search for a new principal. I feel very strongly that the search process should actively include current parents who have the most at stake. I include myself in that group and would very much appreciate the opportunity to be a part of this process. I also think that transparency in the process is of the utmost importance. I'm sure that the Board of Education wants to instill the highest confidence in its judgment and ability to choose strong and stable leadership for Danbury High School. It's not an easy task to make these decisions, I know that, especially for the largest high school in the state. In his 4 years at the high school, my son saw 3 principals pass through its doors. This lack of longevity is a matter of concern and, quite frankly, embarrassment to the whole community. And the selection process needs to be examined carefully so that we're able to hire and to keep a principal who's committed to the interests of the students of Danbury High School. So more specifically, I'm calling for parents to be involved, and I'm calling for them to have input in the following aspects and stages of the search process. The determination of selection criteria for the new principal, a review and approval of a preliminary list of candidates with access to all their credentials and qualifications, review and approval of a final list of candidates. I also think parents should be allowed to interview them. So I hope that the superintendent and the Board of Education will accept the help and the input of motivated parents who've put a lot of thought into this matter, and who have concerns that should be heard. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Mrs. Sunder.
Would you like to review those?
Mr. Richard Holmes.
My name is Richard Holmes, and I live at 8 Bear Mountain Road here in Danbury. Additionally, I'm a teacher at Danbury High School and have been in the Danbury school system since 1993. I love Danbury, and I'm invested in Danbury. My son graduated from Danbury High School. What we need in the search for a new principal is someone who's also invested in Danbury, somebody who truly cares what happens in this community. We don't need to search another part of the state or another part of the country. They're very qualified people in and around the Danbury school system, whether they're in the school system directly or in the surrounding area, but people who are clearly love Danbury, as do I, and would do a very, very fine job. because of that caring for the Danbury community. We have another issue here as well. Danbury High School is unfortunately divided and dysfunctional. It is not a great place at this point. And we also need someone in here that is going to heal rather than divide. So part of the criterion, I think, should be someone who has that ability to bring us together. And if we do that, then I really don't care who you end up hiring, just as long as they care about Danbury and are going to bring us together.
Thank you, Mr. Jones. Sergeant Chern.
Hello, my name is Sandra Cherney, and I am representing freshman sports here tonight. I just wanted to give the board an update and let you know that since we were last here together, we have gotten ourselves an employee identification number, and we have 501 tax exempt status, and we are now operating a booster club. The official name of our booster club is Hatters Athletic Booster Club, and therefore we would like to officially request that our relationship that we've somehow gotten into with Adopt a School be severed. There seems to have been some misunderstandings along the way that have caused some hard feelings in the collection of money, and money that has gone to Adopt a School that we don't know what belongs to freshman sports and what doesn't, because no one has requested it to be earmarked as freshman sports. So since we now have our own EIN number and we are officially a 501 recognized booster club, we would like to just go on about our business as the booster club, collecting money. That's number one. Number two, I understand that it is very difficult, but we're still going to keep coming to the same thing every month and every time we come here, and that's going to be freshman sports needs to be reinstated into the budget somehow. I understand funds are tight, I understand a lot of things need to be done, but I also noticed that there are 23 job openings in the school system right now. So you made cuts, but yet we have room for 23 additions. I don't know how many people left, but there are 23 jobs that need to be filled. Somewhere in that budget, this board needs to find the money to reinstate freshman sports, especially since one of your own teachers just sat here and said Danbury High School is divided and dysfunctional. That is frightening. Frightening words coming from an educator in our only high school where all of our children are going to be going. If Danbury High School is divided and dysfunctional, the one thing that many, many children find as an outlet is sports. We need to keep sports available for these children. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Chern. Cindy Garnett.
Hi everyone, thanks for having me. I also obviously am here on the freshman sports issue. We've had, an extremely dedicated group of parents out there hustling every single day since this broke, working every minute that we possibly can to, raise the funds for this. I think we've been doing a fantastic job in such a short amount of time. We're at about the $25,000 mark right now. And so I am asking again for, some cooperation, and maybe some partnership here or something. This is too big of a program to let go by the wayside. We had 400 people show up for the pasta dinner, and this is becoming bigger and bigger and bigger as more people find out about this. You know that you did it right at the very end, and there wasn't a lot of publicity about it, but we are making noise about it, and it's going to continue to grow, and it's going to continue to become a huge issue. Now you've got the principal that left. People are not interested in coming to this area with such problems in the high school. We have a realtor working with us who estimates at least 30% now, they're saying, of people are right out of the gate turned off by the Danbury area because of what's going on in Danbury High School, and the fact that there is now no freshman sports and there's such, instability going on. This is something that we need to work together and fix this. This is fixable. You know, $70,000 can be found somewhere. We're certainly working to give you a whole big chunk of it as well. So we need to work together and we need to fix this. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Steiner. Billy Anderson.
Hello, everybody. My name is Billy Anderson. We started this a while ago. I'm glad that we started this about the freshman program. I met some wonderful parents, as you see here. If this had never occurred, I would have never had the opportunity to meet these wonderful mothers and fathers that care about the kids. You know, the freshman program is an important part of school. We're out there, we're working hard. You know, we've been fundraising, and as you heard Cindy say, we have raised about $25,000. And in the beginning, we said to you ladies and gentlemen that we will raise the $75,000+ because it's an important issue for the kids to keep them focused in academics. And as you know, this has been a part of Danbury community for quite a long time. You know, we have a ways to go, but there's no doubt in my mind that I know we shall achieve those goals. But just to give you a little story here, as I was saying, you know, I remember when I was a little boy, I was a very shy person. And if I didn't participate in sports, I wouldn't have got the opportunity to meet a lot of good friends that I met on the way up. Likewise, as I said about these wonderful parents here. And I was a little taken back about the last meeting. There was a comment made that we was not able to respond. Just to let you know is that we try to do everything professionally. You know, I strive to respect people. And yet, when people don't respect me, I will speak to those individuals on an individual level. We're not here trying to embarrass the board. We're not here trying to embarrass Dr. Sal or anybody. We're trying to do the right thing for these kids. And one thing, we're not cruel as parents. We love our kids, we love kids, and we are going to raise that money for the kids. Thank you.
Anyone else that wishes to address the board this evening? Please be sure that you sign in.
Hello, board. I'm Sherry Rossi from 151 Shelter Rock Road. Actually here concerned about the space issue in regards to Shelter Rock. My daughter is going to be entering the 3rd grade. One of the second largest issues is the 3rd grade. Right now, the ratio, 3 classrooms, 28 to 29 children per teacher. This concerns me. Last year, she was in 2nd grade, and there was an issue with, again, the assistants in the classroom and being able to teach the students and thoroughly. Right now, I came over from Haystown, where it was a lower number. She was a high performer there. She was a high performer at Shelter Rock, and I want to keep her at Shelter Rock. And I don't want to be switching schools, but I am concerned about the ratio per teacher. I think this does need to be addressed, as right now the music is ready in the cafeteria. The art is now going to be mobile art, going to the classrooms, and now we're using another for classroom space. The teachers have brought also to their attention of being able to teach the children thoroughly so that they're getting the education that they need. So I think that the board just needs to consider what we're going to do. If we're going to bring aides in or bring, you know, extra space to the Shelter Rock School so that everybody, no one's going to be falling behind and we can teach at a thorough level. So again, if you guys can just consider the space issue and what we're going to do in the plan, because I don't want to have to think about moving her out of the area or other possibilities. And I think a lot of the other Shelter Rock parents feel the same way. It's a high test score school. It's a good school to be in, great staff, just the issue with the crowding and the limited space. If you guys can address that.
Thank you, Mrs. Squires. Anyone else wish to address the board this evening? Anyone else wish to address the board this evening?
Hi, good evening. Hi, my name is Anita Smith. I'm from 36 Crestview Lane by Shelter Rock. I moved from the city, from Manhattan, about 6 years ago. One of my understandings, I guess maybe I didn't do my homework, or maybe the realtor kind of fooled us, saying how the school system was a better school system. And I am saddened to say that I had my daughter at Shelter Rock, and I pulled her up at 4th grade. Now she's attending Immaculate. She's a straight A student. She's doing wonderful. But I have a 5-year-old, and now I am considering her to go back to. I was accepted for the full-day program at Shelter Rock, and the reason why I reconsidered, because I see how passionate Miss Bourne is. Person that I think she sleeps at school. Every time I call her, she picks up the phone. I'm like, why is not the secretary picking up the phone? So I see that she's involved. So I want to give this chance, an opportunity to, I guess, kind of maybe the Board of Ed redeem themselves. And the reason why I'm so concerned that I might go back on my word again is because of the space issue. And that was one of many reasons why I pulled my at the time, my 4th grader. I want to believe, I think Danbury, yes, we are a melting pot, but I have to say Danbury's been very good to me. I've always thought that I would move, and I see that there's a lot to offer, and I hope that you guys, as parents, as just human beings, please put your best foot forward. I know budget is tight, but we need to give our children a chance. I was a single parent for 8 years. I've been married now for 6 years, and I used to walk into schools in Manhattan and used to tell the principal, I don't know how my daughter's going to attend the school, but she will. She was a private school, and they helped me, and she did. I moved to Queens, moved right next to one of the best magnet schools, went in there, my daughter's going to attend the school, you have to help me. I got her in. So I'm passionate, and I want to believe in Danbury. I want to believe in you guys. So please work on the space issue. It's imperative that our children are our future, basically. They will be in your seats one day, and I hope that. Thank you for it. Thank you very much. Have a good evening.
Thank you very much. Anyone else wish to address the board this evening? Councilman Saab.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. Appreciate the opportunity to address you tonight. I'll keep my comments brief. I think the parents and the teachers and the administration of Shelter Rock School can speak volumes for their needs. I can only speak to the meetings and the substance that came from the meetings that I had with them. I can tell you that it is a phenomenal, as you know, great neighborhood school, as we have many great neighborhood schools throughout our city. Someone who has lived in the area for about 2 decades, right across from the school, I can tell you that it is very much a community school. You have parents and teachers walking there, going to events. You have the involvement of the principal, Ms. Horn, and others far beyond the contractual requirements or the procedures that would require them to do things. They go above and beyond. A cousin of mine, Millie Murat, was a teacher there for many years before she left and became a bit ill. And I would hear from her the great things that were happening there. While I do not have children of age to go to Shelter Rock School yet, I speak here not just as a council person representing my constituents, but as a parent of children who will one day be in the Danbury school system. I know you're dealing with limited funds, and as a council member, I know that I have voted on limiting those funds, and I state that on the public record. That being said, with that which you have, I sincerely hope that the board and those involved can ensure that Shelter Rock School does receive the equitable attention that it deserves, just as any other school in our system. That the parents and teachers' involvement is looked upon as a positive, not as an obstacle to progress at Shelter Rock School regarding overcrowding. And while you members, just as myself as a council member, can't do everything that everybody wants us to do because of limited funds, very oftentimes I think we can make better decisions if we listen to those who have the proverbial boots on the ground at the schools. We might have ideas and we might believe that they're correct, but oftentimes those ideas can be adjusted and perform better in the real world when we take into consideration the comments of the parents, the teachers, the administrators at various schools, not just Shelter Rock, but across the system. One other item I wanted to just touch on was with regard to the resignation of the principal at Danbury High School. I hope that going forward, notwithstanding some of the issues that had arisen prior and during the search and thereafter, that the board and those involved with the search will conduct it in a manner that has open communication and involvement of many of the stakeholders, not necessarily formally, but even informally, so that those who wish to participate and voice concern or suggestion may do so. And while the minimal requirements may not dictate that, I think we've all learned over time that open communications, albeit informal at times, can help to bridge many of the gaps and miscommunications that may occur. With that, I thank you for your time, and I really look to the parents and the teachers and others that are here to speak to the issues involved going forward, not just tonight, but I'm sure several other meetings as we go through the summer and fall to address the pressing issues before you. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.